Alright. Time for a Bel'veth game. I will be playing against a Hecarim here, which should be fine matchup-wise, really. This is going to be a low elo game. I am switching these days back and forth. So yesterday high elo, today low elo, etc. Ooh, Jin invade. Spicy. Gonna ward up here, recall, get the red trinket, and then we'll move towards the raptor start that I wanted to go for. Don't think anything's gonna go on there. A double heal bot lane. Okay, very spicy. Yeah, so I'll be showing you how to play some Bel'veth today. Just general strategies can be applied in any elo, to be fair, even though this might be a low elo game. Also been talking about her build, which is that build's up in the air at the moment, you know what I mean? It is interesting, let me tell you that much. Right here, you just want to make sure you land your Q in as many targets on the camp as possible. Try to position yourself to basically one-shot the raptor camp like this. And I am gonna go for the Krugs next. Got a nice, consistent start here. There we go. Right here. Do red after, and then we can look for maybe mid or bot, which is probably not going to happen at this moment in time, as we can see right now. So, gonna be a full clear type of angle, most likely here. Yeah, it seems to be a full clear angle here. The guys have died. It's fine. Okay. There's no options for a bot or mid gank right now, so the only option I currently have is just going for the full clear in this situation. Might be able to look for a top lane play before the wave crashes, but that wave is colossal, so I don't think that's necessarily a great plan. That Mordecai's just going for it. Riven's low. He is letting his entire wave of XP just disappear. That's kind of crazy. I don't know about that one. That seems a little, whew. You know what I mean? This is all good though. I mean, I'm just getting like a clear in right now. It's fine. Not really many gank options for the situations I was in so far, so kind of is what it is. Not a problem whatsoever, honestly. Nothing there. Hecarim's probably gonna be topside soon. Just calmly auto attack. Does not use too many of my Qs right now, just in case the Hecarim shows up. Don't have to rush into anything. Gank options currently not looking too great. This guy's probably gonna have to reset right here, the Mordekaiser. My best play is probably just walk through here and get the Raptors on the second respawn. Hecarim's gonna be there. I actually want to take the Raptors over going for bot scuttle here, because my respawned Raptors and my respawned Krugs are just simply going to be worth more. So I'm definitely doing this instead. You can walk for the bot scuttle, that's fine with me. Also, I don't have priority in bot lane, so if I would get collapsed there, I'd pretty much instantly die. Which is obviously not good, but my leveled up camps are worth more in this situation. Seems like I'm getting like a very slow start, let's say. No gank opportunities necessarily here. Which is fine, honestly. It's whatever, but, you know. Alright, there we go. And then a good look for this bot gank here, because now it's looking pretty plausible. And I pop a ghost, and we just run the Jhin down with Q. Q again. And just E here. Perfect. Nice. Very good, very good. I'll push out the wave for Tristana here. Don't have any interest in taking any farm. Also not going to go dragon here, because I have a lot of gold to reset with right now, so that's my priority. Kraken Slayer. That's fine. Go out of base here and just go topside. Riven is starting to push the Mordekaiser in once again. Mordekaiser dies. Okay. Might be able to look for the gank on Riven, but she's probably just gonna one-shot this wave and reset, right? I don't think she would do anything else. It wouldn't make too much sense. He also just hit level 6, so I do have to respect that as well. Gonna do wolves here. He actually went for turret. I mean, still, she is level 6 and I'm level 5, and I don't... You know, Ooh, if this Riven is doing this, though, this looks very doable. Over here. I don't know about this. She might turn on me here. Don't really have any chase potential, I don't think, unless my Qs start coming back. Which they are now. Perfect. You wait for the... I wait for the Q to come back there, just chase her. It should be in time before she reaches turret, because she's unlikely to have flash. I don't know if my Mordekaiser feels like helping me at any point today. Alright, there we go. Not a problem. Right there, I mean, just E for damage reduction. Wait for some cooldowns. We can dash in a certain direction and then reset the dash direction again with W to have better chase potential. Same thing I kind of did with Riven there. This should be fine. Sweep here, wait for the scuttle to spawn basically, and then we can go for the rest of our clear. Riven kind of walked up very far in that situation, which allowed me to essentially get her, because she couldn't turn for this entire duration here, due to like turret aggro being a very big problem for her, right? But then also after she got very low, she couldn't turn on me either, because I could just at that point like E her damage and just get a lot of damage reduction on it, which is very, very good for me too. So because she pushed in so far, she actually allowed me for a play like that, which is actually quite nice. Something I really want to look for is this Rift Herald in 30 seconds, especially on a Bel'veth. But if I clear my entire bot side right now, I'm gonna get my Kraken Slayer, which is just the must-get first item for Bel'veth, pretty much across the board. Everyone takes that one. So I'm gonna actually do that and just kind of bank on the fact that Hecarim doesn't just insta Herald on spawn, essentially. I'm gonna be a little late to it, but for the most part, I think this should be fine, because it's gonna make me extremely strong. E as well. So I should be able to do that. And then just take this camp, and then reset. Gonna be slightly late on the Herald, but I don't think it's gonna be much of a problem. There we go. Time to reset. This time I have my Kraken Slayer as well, which is kind of what I wanted to get on this back as well. It's going to make me extremely strong. Now I just run out of base towards the Rift Herald and see if I can take that one. Dash Q as well. Okay, Hecarim went bot lane as expected. I didn't expect him to go for that rush. Oh, he even hard dove bot lane. He's dead, right? He's 1 HP. Alright, fair enough. But that means I just insta-go for Herald here. There's no other thing to do for me right now. Just sprint this down, because Bel'veth wants to pick Heralds as much as possible. I mean, any jungler would want to be fair, because Herald's just a very good buff, right? But on Bel'veth especially, you get the buff extra from it, right? Just as your champion's kit. Having Kraken Slayer is going to make me unbelievably strong as well, so I should be able to get most fights done now. Right. Mordekaiser seems to be struggling quite a lot against this Riven. That up. Gonna go for the Riven here. She seems to be out of position. I'm gonna hit the plant here as well. So she doesn't have... She just warded there. That's fine. Gonna pop a ghost. Yeah, perfect. Just get in range of that, and then just make sure to land my abilities for the most part. Once she gets kind of low, that's when we press my E for a bunch of execute damage, essentially, and we're just chilling. Not too bad at all. You have, like, as soon as you're in ult form, your Q can also dash over walls, which before, like, ult form, that's not possible. So definitely take that into account as well. That's why, like, I like running Ghost on Bel'veth, because you can just, like, dash walls with this form. And you'll be pretty strong regardless. Okay, let's do this. Let's go for Teemo here. This should be fine because we can just dash in this direction and then kind of reset this dash. Just be here. Oh, we're fine. Perfect. Kind of looking at like heralding mid turret. I don't know why Mordekaiser is here though. I don't know. I don't want to share this with all you. I really don't. I'm just gonna do dragon here because it seems pretty free. I wanted to like push Herald with just my Ziggs, but at this moment when Mordekaiser shows up, it just seems unnecessary because Mordekaiser Ziggs is just gonna push the turret anyway. And it seems kind of a waste to waste my Herald on that, right? Instead, I could just like take this time to do the dragon here. But it just seems a lot more like reasonable right now. Because this turret's basically already dead against Ziggs. I need to pick this up actually. And this turret's already seems kind of dead against the Ziggs, right? Because of his W. So it seems like a waste. Complete waste to use the Herald on that one. Check his bot side camps. They are in fact here. Down. The plant is here now, so I could use this to go for this bot lane gank, which seems very reasonable. Wait, Senna goes in and Jhin is just hitting a ward. That's crazy. Alright then. I mean, same thing here. Q dash to him. Dash to him again. Boom. Up. There we go. Make sure the dash reset with this, and we're good. Alright. If I'm gonna herald anything, it makes sense if I would herald bot lane right here, honestly. I would like to see the Ahri just reset here and not take third gold with me, which she seems to be wanting to do anyway. We're gonna get the turret low first before we herald. Yeah, it seems my support really wants the money, so that kind of sucks for me, I suppose, but it is what it is. I get hit by that. I'm gonna force the turret down, it should be free. Go again, E when they're low HP, pick this up, and then we're just gonna go for a reset because I have a lot of money. Ahri could have easily positioned herself behind me when I was like kind of locked in there. But yeah, right now we're just gonna go for this here, and against this team I probably should just go steel caps, so let's do that too. So the two main items are definitely like out there right now. We have Kraken Slayer, like Bladed Rune King. It's just a main setup. I'm actually gonna run down here. Hell no, I'm not giving you red buff. Are you crazy? Why the hell would I ever give you red buff, my guy? You are on drugs if you think you're getting my red buff here. No, he says. And he's now gonna take my camps, obviously. That makes sense, I'm like mind blown by the fact that he thinks he's a level 7 AD carry with 4 kills compared to a level 10 Bel'veth with 7 kills, and he thinks he gets to take my red buff. I mean, obviously he takes my Raptors for no reason now because he is just salty, but I guess that is besides the point. Ooh, Riven is taking my camps. That is actually really annoying. Should be able to get this Riven pretty easily, I would say. W. Wow. Alright, fair enough. You flashed. There's nothing I can do about that. I think I just push wave here and get my like minions empowered, if you know what I mean. All these things to push with. The flash definitely saved the Riven. There's not much I can do about that. Just hit third here for a bit, I guess. It's not really much going to go on here. I feel like if I just clear this wave, it should be fine. I have some strong minions over here, Riven. Are you sure about this? I do have to respect the Hecarim here, so I'm actually going to leave. Because my ult form is getting a little low as well. So I do have to be very careful right now. Definitely looking at this next Herald in 30 seconds if possible. My ult form is not very healthy right now. Not a possible play there, and they have that. Definitely want this Herald. It's gonna reset my ult and enhancement as well. I'm gonna just do blue real quick while waiting for Herald, essentially. I am very strong. And my main priority is gonna be this, because otherwise I'd lose my ult, and that'd just not be great, you know? We make sure we keep on top of these Herald spawns as much as physically possible with this champion. not going to use any other abilities. I'm just going to wait here, just hit it down. This thing again. Perfect. We get our full form back now. This is great. 20 seconds on the dragon, so I'm actually just going to instantly reset instead of clearing anything else. We get the steel caps. And then this is where things become very, very interesting on this champion. I'll tell you why. There is not a general consensus to what the mythic is, what the best mythic is for this champion, right? There are very many good options. You have even Shroud is a really good option. You might look at that surprised, but I'll explain later on. You have Jaksho, very good option as well. Makes you more tanky and stuff like that, which is really nice too. You have the option of going Rage Blade for a lot more damage if you want that as well. That is a very decent option. You have Iceborne Gauntlet for extra tankiness. There are so many mythics that are good on Bel'veth. It's even fine to not take a mythic at all. So it's really... I was about to say, do I actually pick this up? But I'll just pick it up to reset it here. We'll just do this now. Dash once again. And just damage reduction. There we go. Pick this up. Pretty free. Also, really why I like Ghost on Bel'veth, because it just allows you to run people down very easily. This guy's probably on his wolves, so we're just gonna walk on over here real quick. Ooh, he left. Interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of mythic options. Like, you can even make an argument for like Trinity Force and all that type of stuff. There's a lot of things to be done. The thing I think is best is if the enemy team has like a good amount of CC or like immobilizing abilities. I think even Strike makes the most sense, because it just amplifies a lot of damage output that way. But you can also take Jaksho if you feel like that's gonna be more like, or like better for you, I guess, if you know what I mean. The reason why I also like Even Shroud a lot is because it gives you a high amount of value, but at the same time it also provides you like low cost, right? So you have a bigger, faster item spike. I did not necessarily mean the Herald there, to be honest. I wanted the sweeping trinket, so that's kind of my bad. Looks like I am pushing mid lane now. But that's fine, I guess. As long as Ziggs doesn't throw his satchel here and uses it on this turret. Because all Ziggs really has to do here is just like satchel this turret and the turret's dead. If he wants to do any of that. Doesn't look like it. Turret's dead anyway. Get the push in here. We dash at this guy. And there again with the W dash reset. So that's basically the Mythics like situation, and the enemy team here has quite a lot of lockdown. We have like Hecarim engage potential, we have Riven and all of that. I could have pressed E there actually, to be fair. Yeah, so we have a lot of CC against me here that can amplify my damage on Even Strike, plus it being a very cheap item and my support not building it either, so we should be looking pretty good with that, right? But then again, Jaksho could be fine. Duskblade also very, very strong option as well. Because Duskblade is just making you invulnerable in fights, if that makes sense, right? So actually quite nice to have Duskblade too. But yeah, besides for your Mythic there, at this point for Magic Resist, I will always pick up a Wit's End. In this game, I'll still do a bit of Magic Resist. Timo can do a good amount of magic damage and stuff. But also Wit's End adds a lot of damage to your kit as well. So it's just not just a Magic Resist item, but also a very good damage item as well. So it would be worth taking for the most part. Anyway, and yeah. And then after that, it's just general tank items that will be good, right? Like you can look at like Randuin's or GA for a second life, or you know, anything of that nature will be completely fine. Baron is something I do want to look at right now. I'm very strong at the moment. My ult form is going to time out though, which is not the best. I mean, Senna looks to be giving me my ult form, so that's kind of nice, at least from her, you know? Just dash reset, pick up the ult here again. So we have the extension on it, which is really good. And then here we can just Baron with that. Try to prevent yourself from losing this form as much as physically possible. It is very important to try that, because it's a lot of, like, your hit enhanced, essentially, right? I'll probably do this here real quick. I'm not going to use my E here. I'll E here, and then burst it out. Good. Do I have to reset for Riven here? She seems to be destroying the side lane quite badly here. That TP might even be wasted. Oh no, he made it. Barely. But he made it. I'll take the reset here and try to play towards the Riven and then like look for the dragon here as well. Yeah. I'll go kill Riven real quick, it's fine. I mean, she's probably gonna back now, to be fair, but yeah. I don't know. Whatever, I guess. We can use the, like, kill all the minions and use this to get a bunch of, like, voidlings here as well. Because of the Rift Herald Baron thingy, right? That's something I'm looking at right now. This way I can get, like, a pretty colossal push going on bot lane, because it's gonna give me a ton of minions here. If they try to fight me, it will be a bit of a problem for them. 10 seconds on the dragon. I feel like I should just push out this here, honestly, still. And just get all these minions up there, because it's a lot of minions right now, right? If they want to really try to fight me with this, that would be pretty bad for them, honestly. I feel like I should be fine for the most part. There's the Riven. Look at this minion wave, man. This is absolutely colossal. Look at this. What are you gonna do about this, buddy? Oh, you actually do a lot of damage there. Jesus Christ. Okay, fair enough. I mean, I nearly got the entire turret. My team opted to go for Dragon instead. I slightly disrespected the amount of damage Riven would be able to do against me, so... I really wanted to push all those minions in, honestly, kind of, just to see, right? But it almost got the entire turret. I think if my Ahri and my Trist would have followed me here, this would have just pushed out the entire inhibitor because of that. But the Riven actually does a lot of damage to me. Also, getting ignited is obviously not great. But fair enough, Riven, you're very fed. I will not disrespect you again, it's okay. Not necessarily a problem. If it was just Riven, I wonder if I would have won. If like Hecarim and Jhin didn't show up at all, I wonder if that would have actually allowed me to win that. Like in any way, shape, or form. I now have to definitely look at like getting my ult form back, right? So that's definitely something to prioritize. I honestly, like, genuinely don't really care, Tristana. This is, that's just like payback, I guess you can call it. Let's just reduce the damage output a little bit. Oh. Can't go over walls now, which kind of sucks. I dragged the minion into vision, so you give away my position. That makes a lot of sense. Right then. I want to, like, not go for Riven right now and actually just take the Jhin out of the game here. So I can get my ult form back. And then we can go for a play on the Riven. Not a big fan. Riven definitely went down here somewhere. My biggest priority is definitely killing Riven any chance I can get, basically. I am very strong, though. Level 16 is huge. Oh, my team is very much dying, however. I'm gonna just need, like, a really good armor item against the Riven. I think I should be winning most fights. Should take the red buff to... Oh, no, that's not good, is it? Did I even hit him? Dude! Oh my god. You are so unbelievably strong, Riven. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna get a Thorn Mill here, I think. That way I will have reflect damage, but also healing reduction against him. 6 uses ult, that's kind of a rip. Yeah, Riven's very strong. This is potentially a very, very big problem. I think a Thorn Mill should save me for the most part, though, but my team obviously is not playing very good. So that's definitely not helping. This Riven is doing quite well for herself. She's hard to kill at the moment. It's just simply group and focus on Riven. It shouldn't be that difficult. I'm gonna lose red buff here, though, sadly. Because the biggest problem currently is that we're just not playing this too well together as a team, right? Please get her off the turret. I don't necessarily have any teammates, so that's gonna get probably very interesting due to this Riven being so fed. If I can get a Thornmill here, it'll be fine. I think I'll be okay at that point. I'm very surprised I didn't lose my red buff here, which is very nice, actually. Take that up. I lost all my top set camps though. That makes sense. What is going on here, man? Why are you not running top lane? Why would you ult him, you absolute maniac? That ult is so unbelievably bad. CBA. Ulting him is literally the last thing he should have done, because that puts him in a 1v1 scenario against Riven. Like, he basically just allowed Riven to 1v1 the both of us, instead of getting in a 2v1 situation, right? Because he ulted her, he created a 1v1 scenario. And then that way, he actually almost won that, where she really shouldn't have. The moment I finish my Thornmill is the moment she's absolutely doomed, though. But I'm going to lose the dragon here for sure, I think. Most likely, at least. Take that one, thank you. Oh, Ekrim is here. That's actually quite nice. Gonna go for this. Why are we teleporting to Baron again? Okay, okay. Very interesting. Just need to make sure I get the Dragon Soul here, and it should be fine. Riven's still dead for a while, so nothing to really worry about. I'm gonna lose my dragon form here. Pick that up. Alright, not my dragon form, my ult form, obviously, is what I was trying to say. 2 kills. Should be able to make this. Knock her in the air. Could be good damage output. What? I was about to say, did she not die? But she did die. She has Death's Dance. We're good. I really just want a Baron right now. I'm just gonna go send the Baron. This is good though. This is what we want to see. Let's go Baron, please. I should probably be fine soloing this if it would come down to it, but yeah. Are you gonna she's not gonna help me. Yeah, whatever, man. I see the amount of children behavior there is. It's okay. It's nothing new. Don't get me wrong. It's absolutely nothing new. It should be fine anyway. Like, I have a lot of Baron damage regardless, right? Pick this up. And then I kind of want to take this red buff, because it should be here. Riven's dead. I don't think the enemy team can fight me at all, apart from Riven here, obviously. Yeah, still out, which is fine with me. Pick up red buff, and we're just gonna face check everything here. Good. Very good. Gonna walk up top side here. Actually, probably should take a reset here. I might also, like, go a little bit more... Ooh. Ooh, okay. This might be a bit of a problem for me, isn't it? I see the bit of the... Okay, she didn't have enough damage to kill me, luckily, due to my E damage reduction, which is really good. Also, the Amplify on the Even Shroud actually did quite a bit there for me, too. I was seeing a little bit of a problem because my my Tristana just refused to show up. Because she is, I don't know, playing her own game or something. It is fine. But it's definitely a little bit of a something to be wary of. My damage reduction is up a little bit. Why would you catch him like that? Dash towards him. Should finish him off as well. Perfect. Very good. Use my ult to heal a little bit there, and we should be able to finish off turret, and that should probably be game. Perfect. There you go. As you can see, last item would be like Thornmill here. I have the potential to sell boots even for like something else. I could theoretically get rid of the Even Shroud and build like an extra armor item if it would come down to it, or even go Jaksho or something along those lines. But I think the Even Shroud did quite well. Did like 2,000 damage that game, which is very solid in general for a item. But yeah, the Mythic is very up in the air. The rest of the build's very consistent, right? You're building Kraken Slayer, Cleaver, Wit's End for the most part. So yeah, with that being said, I will see you guys in the endgame stats. Alright, so for the endgame stats here, I ended up doing 37k damage, which is very respectable. It was just basically a like between me and Riven, and the moment I picked up healing reduction, Thornmill, she was kind of dead. So yeah, there's that. Unexpected this, honestly. True damage at 6.3k. We have damage to objectives at 71.1. Trying to be on top of this as much as possible with like dragons, rift heralds, you know, making sure to get those because it's very, very important to play like that. We have healing done at 18k here. Damage taken at 34.6. We have self-mitigated damage at another 56.5. Gold earned at 19.6. And for the runes here, Conquer healed me for 2000, which is quite a lot. Adaptive damage obviously kicking in as well, which you don't see. We have Triumph for 2400 HP, Tenacity, Coup de Grace for about 1000 damage, and then Magical Footwear and Cosmic Insight. We're running Ghost, so Cosmic Insight's actually very nice to have like lower Ghost cooldown alongside your, Smite cooldown as well, obviously. But yeah, that's really the setup. This, to not have to buy boots so it can focus on like rushing Kraken Slayer pretty easily. And for the build-wise, again, the Mythic can basically be anything else if you want to. Even Strat's a very solid option, I would say, especially if the enemy team has a bunch of immobilizing abilities. Because that just increases the damage across the board, right? But you can also go like Jaksho, Duskblade, Gwynsus for pure damage, but you have to be careful to survive with that Mythic, basically. And, well, yeah, even Trinity Force could work. It's just like Kraken Slayer, Black Cleaver, Wit's End, potentially like Bladed Rune King as well. Potentially you don't have to buy your Mythic and go like Bladed Rune King here too and do something else with that. But yeah, that is it for Bel'veth. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button below, and I will see you guys tomorrow with another one. Bye.